students, we're going to be covering worksheet 3.3, and the title is the effect of intensity on heart rate. So we are going to do different activities to see what happens to your heart rate. So remember, you have your carotid pulse and your radial pulse that you have to choose from. So I'm looking at number 2 on the activity as far as each of the activities will be performed, and make sure you have at least 1 or 2 minutes of recovery in between each one so you can get the real effect of each of the activities. So A could be, you could put A at the end or between G or H, because you're going to take your resting heart rate first, and then all of a sudden A is to stand there for 2 minutes. So really, honestly, there's not much going to be difference of a resting heart rate and just standing here for 2 minutes. So that is the first one. Then B is then you're going to walk around your house or outside or in the gym. If you go to a gym for 1 minute, okay, so you walk for 1 minute, come back, rest for a minute or two, and then take your heart rate. So that will be the activity every time, is you're going to be taking your heart rate and you're going to be writing it down. Then the next thing is C, is you are now going to jog slowly around maybe your neighborhood, the gym, depending on open space. Please make sure you have plenty of space for the slow jog. And then you'll come back and you'll wait for a minute or two. Take your pulse. Next one is bounding, jump, or hop. Okay, so you can even add in skips. Might be even easier for a lot of you instead of that. So it's basically the same thing. If you can do some skipping around, you can do some hopping if you want, one-legged hop. Okay, maybe some shuffles, side to side. Okay, and then of course the skip. Come back, take your pulse after 1 or 2 minutes. Next one, do 30 jumping jacks. So you count 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 30. Wait a minute or two, take your pulse. Next one is you're going to sprint for 40 seconds. So I would recommend, you have to have a lot of space for this. If you don't have a lot of room, you could just predict what would happen. Now it says sprint for 40 seconds. That would be a long distance. I would maybe recommend, just kind of if you have some room, is maybe to sprint down to like the end of the gym, wait a few seconds and sprint back. So kind of sprint. Wait. Come back. That should be good. Wait a minute or two. Take your pulse. Next thing is then you're going to walk around the gym again for 3 minutes. So you're going to walk, try to recover a little bit. This will be for 3 minutes. And then this is, after you take your pulse, this is where I would possibly stand in place for 2 minutes. That would be A, take your pulse, so you get a little bit better reading on a cool down while you're standing. And then the last thing is what's good for you is to sit and stretch in place for 2 minutes. So you can do a hamstring stretch. You can even alternate. Hold for about 12 seconds apiece. You can go what's called a Taylor sit. Stretch this way. Stretch that way. You can try to grab your toes if you can to stretch your calves out. If you can stand up a little bit, you could do a quad stretch here, quad stretch here. You can go against the wall and do a calf stretch. Okay, so then when you're done with that, we're going to give you a chart, and you have to put on this chart where your heart rate may be according to this chart. You're going to have to fill that out, and you're going to see the effects of each one of them while doing the chart. And then you're going to flip the sheet around and answer the questions on the back. And so that's your assignment that you have to do for the effect of intensity on heart rate. Enjoy and have fun. Thank you.